Hi, my name is Awesome Carolina Fiedler, and I welcome you to the seventh episode of my podcast, where I read my journals in order to overcome the fear of being real. And by doing so, I also hope that it might inspire some of you to be real too, because what is life about if you're not real, right? Um, so, yeah. Another thing that I am practicing right now is talking, doing this introduction without actually writing it down before. For those of you who've listened to the first episodes of my podcast, you have noticed that I used to read everything, including the introductions. And I got a few feedbacks that it would be nice if I interacted a little bit more with the people, um, which I absolutely agree with. I admire everybody who can speak naturally without having notes, stuff like that. I'm still very nervous to do that, but here's me trying. So how about that? Um, yeah, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who gave me any sort of feedback. I got a really cool, nice supporting feedbacks. I'm very grateful that so far I didn't get any negative feedback, which I consider a miracle. It's amazing. I'm very very happy. I also got a few personal views on what I create here at Say, and this for me is the most valuable because obviously what I do here is not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. But in order to make it as close to as many people as possible, this feedback is the most valuable for me. Um, so yeah, thank you so much for every comment that you leave, for anything that you have to say. Please know that I've really listened to all of you, to everything you got to say. And if it's not a complete nonsense, which usually isn't, I try to apply it in my own way, but also in my own time. Sometimes some of the advices I find great and I agree with them, but because this whole thing is still very new for me, and this, what you see here, is my process of changing, of, becoming better version of myself. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I just need my time to apply some of these things, but I'm working on it. And yeah, I think that's enough for the introduction. And let's get back to where we stopped last time. And let's continue with Wednesday, the 27th of May 2020. So, what happened yesterday? Not much, really. I baked 3 mini strudels for my grandmas and grandpas. Ate one of them to test it, of course. Had a really nice chat with my grandma Ollie about knitting and boats in the Caribbean. She is the only member of the family who has tried to sail and all the hard work around it. Hope next time she'll show me some pictures. The nicest of the visit, though, were the videos she sent me from our family sesh that took place at my auntie's amazing garden a couple of days ago. 3 generations of fiddlers singing and playing guitars together. It doesn't happen very often, and those videos mean a world to me. My granddad, dad, brother, and I, plus the rest of the fam occasionally humming along and dancing, quietly listening, or playing with the kids. All of that guarded by my aunt's beautiful dog, Bunny, and some chickens. My music roots could not be more beautiful. Note to self. Find at least 3 synonyms for the word beautiful. Mornings are so much easier than evenings. My morning routine consists of a cold shower. With that, I just started today. Yoga with Adriene. A YouTube channel, which I found quite a long time ago and would not change for the world. I love that girl. The way she's herself and the way she shares her yoga experience. Good breakfast. Usually eggs, scrambled or sunny side up, with a nice slice of a seedy bread, and hummus or avocado or cheese, and also some vegetables. Or a porridge, again with variation of seeds in it, nuts, fruits, and sometimes even soya yogurt. I make sure to enjoy the delicious food. I am sending down my just a bit more toned yoga. Oh my God, I am so healthy and spiritual body. Jokes aside, I love my breakfasts, yoga, and body. Then I read. Lately, it's something psychological that helps me understand that crazy head of mine. Jesus. The crazy head of mine. And hopefully even teaches me how to control it a little bit better. But I also just started reading The Search of Lost Time by Marcel Proust. It is the most captivating, super deep, interesting, boring book ever. Well done, Marcel. I bow before your genius. No one else will probably ever get me read so many peculiar details about the most common things and still keep me curious what comes next. After I'm done reading, around 10 a.m., I meditate. I just started a 21-day program by Deepak Chopra. I must say it really does help me believe that everything is exactly as it should be and that I have nothing to worry about. Well, at least it helps in the morning. But if nothing gets me off track during the day, then I am able to stay Zen focused most of the day. Sometimes. It is hard work, this faith thing. It is hard work to keep it. After I'm all zenned out, it's time for my French lesson. I am already in lesson 33. 33e leçon. And I just got so nervous, even in front of myself, that I had to check that I'm spelling it right. I would make a mistake there. I am impressed with myself, though. This is the longest I have ever stuck with learning something school-like on my own. I'm hard on myself. Sometimes, I guess, I am exhausting myself mentally. I just can't seem to get the balance right. Just not sure where the line is between being unreasonably hard and overcoming laziness. The world wouldn't end if I cut myself some slack. But then I'm scared that I would quit completely, as it is one of my habits. Not anymore, soldier. We are pushing through. Under no circumstances there will be quitting this time. Not on my watch. I will rather let you die. Nah. I'm not gonna let myself die. But I am such an extreme. Either not enough or too much. It really is exhausting. After my French lesson, I have a break, eat, and watch some Netflix. I'm trying to cook whenever I have time, so it is mostly healthy, light, and, surprised and proud of myself, tasty food. I often make custard, or, as we call it, pudding. I am in a highly experimental phase, trying to find the best variation of either vanilla or chocolate flavor made with vegetable milk, plant-based, combined with peanut butter, bananas, coconut, and chocolate or hazelnut spread. The winner so far is vanilla pudding with rye/hazelnut milk sweetened with agave syrup, with a layer of peanut butter at the bottom of the glass, covered with biscotti, which is a Czech brand of biscuits, covered with pudding, covered with banana, covered with biscotti, covered with hazelnut/cocoa spread, covered with pudding. I hope I covered the whole recipe. And that's the critical point. Afternoon program. The decider of my evening mood. Usually, if I see some friends, I'm fine in the evening. If I stay at home, I am fine until I go to my dad's office to practice singing. This I try to do every day at 6 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday is always a grandpa music day. Usually I have to force myself not to cancel on them, but I always leave there very happy. The music we do together is great. Plus, I get to spend time with both of my grandpas, who are both amazing musicians, my music roots. I appreciate those moments. 6 p.m. is the very critical time, though. It can mean that I will be super motivated, positive, happiest human on the planet. If I don't get the feeling that the neighbors in the building will kill me one day for disturbing their peace with my long vocal warm-ups. Or I will push through the practice, hearing slamming doors, random screams in the corridors, barking of that Yorkshire pet the neighbors have. That will make me paranoid, unhappy, and nervous. And of course, that will affect my singing. That will affect my mood. And if this is the case, I can't describe the depth of the despair it brings. It opens this hole of nothingness. The darkest scenario of my future life. The nastiest view of myself, the most pessimistic version of myself. And it feels like it's gonna rip my chest open. But it never does. It always leaves me hanging on the edge of the abyss by one last finger. Like it knows that I'm strong enough to pull myself out of there. Because I know that, so it knows it too. It knows that the edge of the emptiness is the furthest point, and there it loses power. Like the abyss sucks the strength out of it too. But because it is the servant of the darkness, it jumps right in a black swirly swimming pool. Allows me to pull myself out of there, sometimes fast, sometimes with struggle, and patiently waits for my next weak moment just to drag me back down there. I am getting stronger through all the healthy lifestyle, meditations, and the faith in my own abilities. The moments of happiness are much longer and more intense. Yet, the power of those downtimes does not stop surprising me, and then it makes me write such long, rather dramatic piece into my lovely Van Gogh diary. Good thing is, I feel much better now. Or I'm just too tired. Either way, it's good. Life is awesome. Right. So that's today's rather dramatic piece. But life sure is awesome. So I'm gonna leave it here, and I will see you next Sunday.